So I'm Amy, obviously. I've been qualified for about 7 or 8 years. I did my level 2 at Beverley College, and a couple of years ago I came back to Hull and did my level 3. And I now work at Rewind with Shelley, obviously. And today we are going to show you some ombre techniques. We've got a couple of different techniques we can show you, and I'm going to do more of a dark ombre, so more of a light. So I'm going to start off with something more like a 6, and we're going to go down to like a bleach to the bottom again. And again, I'm just going to show you some fading techniques and lift out these ends. So yeah, gonna yeah, and then we're going to show you some techniques after to do some maybe catwalk looks and things like that as well, some curls and some waves as well, and show you how it can help enhance and show off the ombre as well. So yeah, don't need to say more. Yeah, so I'm going to get my colours mixed up as well. I'll be back in a minute. Right, so just to recap through my colours, I'm using a 7 and a 7/8 for the roots, mixed together equal parts. A 7/8 is a new colour, it's from L'Oreal, and it's called like a mocha colour, so it's not warm and it's not golden, it's just like, it's my favourite colour to be fair. As you know, when you go on in your hairdressing career, you'll get favourite colours that you'll probably use all the way throughout it, and I really do like the 0.8s. For the middle colour, I'm using 8-3, and I'm using a quasi colour because I just want to turn the blonde. Don't want to make it dark, just want to give it a bit of turn and a bit of gloss. And then for the ends and for my packets, I'm doing bleach, but I'm not using 20, 30 or 40 vol. I'm actually using a quasi developer because I don't need to lift it, I'm just cleaning up the blonde. And what a lot of people do, especially when you start, you tend to, if you're using bleach, you think, oh, I've got to use 40 vol, or I've got to use 30 vol, and you don't really, especially if somebody's got blonde already, you just want it to freshen it up and give it a really nice clean look. If you mix it with Diacolour, quasi developer, it just lifts it a little bit but softens it, so it doesn't damage or dry out the hair, which is what you want. You want it to be as natural and to look as nice as possible. Right, if I start talking too fast, it's only because I'm nervous. When Liz asked us to come in, I didn't realise I'd be on stage with a microphone and a camera.
I can't tell you the I don't know if you'd ever come. Just so you can put it on your CV.
Yeah. Are you all in your first or second year? Third. Third and second. So I'm just placing packets just around the front section so that it's nice and light around the front. For June.
Can't have a normal conversation.
And
Keep quiet.
Jane's also a hairdresser as well, but she's a barber. So she owns barbers in Beverley as well, don't you?
Mm. You now know that too.
She'll be.
It's the quietest I've ever been in my life. I think that here, yeah.
Are you going to sort them through what colours you're going to do, Amy?
Yeah.
If there's any questions or anything you want to ask us, just feel free to ask us about anything. Oh, God. Cool. Yeah. Have any of you been watching the programme on BBC Three, Hair? It's interesting, isn't it? It amazes me how some people just have natural talent, I think. And I like the fact that Steve Jones was on it. It made it a lot more enjoyable to watch.
Right then, so I'm going to give you a quick lowdown of what we're going to do today. So with my lady's hair, she's quite happy with the colour that she's got, although she just wants to take away a bit of the warmth. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a closet today, and we're just going to go a shade darker, just so it's less warmth, and we're just going to slightly darken it off. And then we're going to fade it down, so we're going from a 6 to a 7, and I've got 2 different levels of bleach, so I'm going to pick out some pieces in the lighter one and just sort of so it all blends, if that makes sense.
What peroxide are you using with your bleach?
So we've used both promoters, we've used the 8 and we've used the 22. I'm using graphics today, and we're using blueberry. So I'm going to go with the, because my lady's previously got underneath here, she's had years of bleach as well, so it shouldn't take too much to lift. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop the 8 on there, lift that out, then pick out a few pieces of the 22, just so we get different turns of one through those ends. Yeah. So I'm going to start off with putting my basics on through the top, and then I'm going to smudge it through, and then pick out a few pieces in packets with the bleach of the 22 promoter, and then smudge through the bottoms with the 8. Start off with popping all over the root colour on.
What are you putting on now, Shell?
I'm just doing my bleach packets,
Oh, right.
just to freshen it up around the front.
You're weaving it or slicing?
I'm just weaving it today. Yeah, just so it's really natural. I do find if you're doing an ombre colour, sometimes when people have been blonde like Jane, if you was to do them all dark throughout, they'd get a bit of a shock. Especially...
To the end or just...
Yeah, through to the ends I'm doing it, just to freshen it up as well. Because in our salon as well we use a lot of turners on our blondes. Like nearly every blonde client we use a turner, don't we?
Yeah.
So once we've finished and we're washing the colour off, we'll probably put a turner on it as well. Yeah. Just to get away from that typical bleach look. Because I think people are wanting blonde hair now, but they're wanting variations of blonde.
Yeah, you're right.
We're also getting a lot of people as well wanting crazy colours, which is interesting.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
So what types of things?
A lot of pastels, people that are blonde having, wanting to go pink and lilac. A real good tip for that is to buy your crazy colour, buy a cheap conditioner, like a Tresemme one, like a massive one, and actually mix your colour with your conditioner, because then it lasts longer, and it also gives your clients something to take away to do at home, to do themselves, because obviously with these crazy colours it's all about maintenance at home.
Yeah, they look fabulous with the special.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did a bright blue one to a dark blue a couple of weeks ago, all over.
Yeah, it looked like a peacock, didn't it?
Yeah. She's a bit crazy, she gets me do all sorts going on.
There's a girl here, she's got like a full hair, like a ladybug, have you seen that?
Yeah.
Has she?
Have you seen that? Yeah.
I used to have all sorts done to my hair, but I've got really boring as I've got older.
You've got a cold form, have you?
Yeah.
You can't really see it's normal right now.
Well, it's normal for me. When I started my salon, my dad insisted on one of the rules when we started my salon was that I wasn't allowed to go blonde and I was meant to dye my hair brown. Otherwise, it wouldn't help me. So I stayed a natural colour for about 6 months. Then he had no choice in letting me do what I want to do. Do a lot of you fancy eventually opening up your own salons and stuff? I'd highly recommend it. It's really hard work, but it's great.
Well, also it's when colours are processing, you're going to pop for a break, like actually having come into it and we'll have it on the screen, but
I know.
That's a hit with everyone.
Yeah. I also think what's a good thing as well for you to start, especially when you're doing your training, is to take photos of everything. Everything that you do, put it on Facebook. Because it's great for getting your new clients, people that you know and people that you don't know. Like, we generally photograph everything, don't we, Amy?
I like them.
Yeah.
My phone's full of them.
It's good to have the before and after, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to do a competition wear.
Yeah. A lot of the competition, we just did, we sent off a L'Oreal Colour Trophy last week, and you have to send in before photos of your models. So basically you have to get your model looking as rough as possible to show the transformation that you've done. Do a lot of you know how to do like the GHD wave and stuff like that? No?
So it's kind of the look that I was saying that I was going to show you today. So it's kind of like a bit runway, catwalky, but also it's been seen on the red carpet by a lot of the celebrities.
Is it like finger waving but doing straight now?
Yeah.
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 We found in our salon as well now, people don't just come in to get their hair coloured and blow dried and cut. They want it actually finishing and they want something different doing to it. And we don't actually charge, if we're doing a cut and blow dry or a blow dry, we don't actually charge extra for a put up or for styling it. That's part of the service that we include. Because everybody deserves to have a bit of Hollywood hair once in a while. Do you do competitions at college then?
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Not many though, because it's having the confidence to
Yeah.
actually do it. Apprentices don't go to race.
Yeah, we just had to enter something called match fit.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know the world skills?
No.
It's like like a national it's an international competition. They start off doing match fit, and then they get through match fit, they go on to do world skills, and they have like every year the final. It's like and it's for any vocations, so it's like bricklayers, catering, plumbing, it's for anything, beauty, and then the final is always somewhere like this year it's in Brazil.
Ah.
So this is accepted for doing that. So I've got a girl who's got through to the next round. And then I'll enter into the world skills bit.
I've loved doing competitions throughout my career. I think it's nice to do something a bit extra than doing day-to-day hair all the time.
Do you still do Salon International?
Yeah, so go to Salon. I'm going to I've got a girl entering Blackpool next week as well. Blackpool competitions. I've got a barber and I've got some students.
I do Paris dirty, but we're having doing it this year. That's what I say. Go to one of the studios in Paris.
Right, so I'm just putting my base colour on now, and I'm just doing it like you would. I'm doing a hot cross bun section. I'm not very good with my technical terms, because I've been at college for about 10 years. I can't remember what. I'm always getting told off by the trainees, because I'm like, just do it like this.
Somebody was telling me yesterday I worked with Wella. If you're a Wella salon, they've stopped doing hot cross bun. You're supposed to start at the back and work down like that, and then do your front last.
Really?
I think they change it all the time, don't they? I think when you started doing it, you do learn your best technique, and it's your quickest way, isn't it, really? Have you just applied all your colour to your roots, Amy?
Yeah, we're just doing it at the moment as it's like a root retouch. And then from there we're going to sort of like blend it down through to the 7.
Do Matrix do competitions and stuff? They do,
Yeah,
they?
they do. We have to do fame destination.
Yeah.
What colour are you putting on the room, Shelley?
I'm doing base 7 with equal parts of 7/8, which the 0.8s are new colours from L'Oreal. They're like a mocha colour, they're gorgeous.
to a mocha range, don't they?
Oh, do they?
It's similar to...
Yeah.
Do they?
You're using mocha now, aren't you, on the last day
Yeah.
deposit?
What did you say you've got now?
This is 6M at the moment, so that's your mocha range again.
I think the softer browns and the more caramel colours are definitely going to be in this season. Seems to be all what the magazines are doing and stuff. Have a lot of you been looking at the London and Paris Fashion Week to see what styles have been coming out on the catwalks? No? To be honest with you, a lot of these massive big catwalk shows, they all just have ponytails and straight looking hair. Not very adventurous. All seems to be really natural this year.
Was it the Oscars as well?
Yeah. Hollywood glamour. We have a hood dryer at our salon, which is a bit retro. It was the first thing that me and my business partner wanted to buy, because all we wanted to do was to do bouffant sets, and that seems quite popular with clients now. She even has her own name and her own column. She's called Betty the Hood Dryer. So we do a lot of sets where people come in for blow dries, and then we'll set them in rollers, and then we'll stick them under Betty with a cup of tea, like you would see in a granny salon. Leave them to cook. Sometimes they get a little bit too hot, because it does get a bit warm under there, and then tease out the curls, giving them massive hair. And we do set and goes as well, which is where people bring in their own rollers. We set them and we send them out.
Has anybody been to... Did you been to Liverpool or Manchester or anywhere like that?
Yeah.
Walking around in like rollers.
The first time people have it done, they're like, oh God, I don't want to go out. And then the next time they're like, I don't care. Because I don't think a lot of people really have straight hair anymore, do they really?
Yeah, it's about big hair and natural
Yeah.
Do you use a lot of Velcro rollers then? That's what you do?
Yeah, we use a lot of Velcro rollers. We're also doing a lot of extensions in the salon now, which is one thing that I'd recommend anybody to learn to do. But to make sure that you do it through a reputable company and you actually get the sufficient training.
Or did you do it when?
I went to London to do mine, yeah.
But the rings and the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do bonded ones, which are like the bonds, I make them myself, so they're like a size of a grain of rice.
What did you do, Hammer, with the way?
3 bonds in there.
Yeah. Micro ring are really... Yeah. Micro ring are really popular in the salon as well, because a lot of people, you can have them moved up and stuff, which is really good.
So what I'm going to do now is I've applied my colour all through to the roots. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to comb it through and sort of like smudge it down slightly, so you've not got that definite line of where I've applied it type thing, so it just fades down. And then from there I'm just going to sort of fade through into the 7.
You alright, Jen?
And then after I've done all
Are you
that, I'm going to
nervous?
go through with my bleach and then pick out some pieces for the lighter pieces, like I said.
Do you maybe want to spin around the sardines? So we're making that solid. And then we can see. Just don't go back to get that one.
Yeah, sorry. So I'm just going to comb it through, pull it right from the root. Make sure you get all the colour pulled. As you can see, just sort of fades down rather than being like a block of where you've applied it. So from there I'm now going to apply roughly around an inch or so down. Just going to apply my next colour. So it overlaps slightly. Again, I'm just going to leave it like that for now, and then after, when I've done it all the way through, I'm going to go through again and comb it all and then apply the bleach.
What's your next colour?
So this one I'm using now again is in the mocha range, and it's just a 7, so 7M, and the quizzes again.
I'm just doing the same now. I've applied my roots all over, so I'm just going to go back and just smudge it through. The thing with this technique is you cannot rub enough. The more you rub, the more blend it is. Because an ombre should look nice when it's straight and when it's curly. You shouldn't have to wear it curly all the time to make it look blended. It should blend fine with when it's straight. I'm trying to be really neat today because I am what you call a messy hairdresser. I always say it's my creativitiness coming out making a mess. I don't know if the other girls believe me sometimes.
So is the main bulk of your work in the colour?
We do a lot of everything really, don't we?
It varies. Like, sometimes you can have days where it's the styling, mainly like weekends can be a lot of styling. Can't it?
Yeah.
There's still quite a lot of colours in as well. So.
Been doing a lot of beard trims, and I like my beards. I don't necessarily know what I'm doing, but I think sometimes when you're a hairdresser, the best thing to do is to be able to blag it with an extent. Wouldn't you agree, Jane? I love beards, yeah. I really enjoy them.
Oh, I think if they've got a bit of fold in them, it puts me.
I cause arguments between my clients that are couples because I'm always like, keep your beard, and the girlfriend's like, get rid of it. I'm like, no, you're not allowed to get rid of it. They're like, wait, we have.
When I worked in a salon, this guy came in and he was a big cat and he had this really, really big bushy beard. And this stylist was doing it. And I wanted to trim. And after she'd finished, he said, I wanted to trim, not an execution. She literally nearly taken it off.
It takes a lot of effort for them to grow the beards now. It's like massive industry.
Not a lot of men can grow beards.
No, I've realised that a lot of men can't grow beards.
Do you get that pro hair man? Or have you been on it on the, they send me it by email.
No.
And there's a young kid there with them, and have you seen it? He's hardly got any hair, but his beard's like real bushy down there. It looks like an upside down head. But that's supposed to be trendy, you know, and I thought, oh my God, I didn't like it, it looked like that.
We're quite lucky where we are because we get like a real versatile clients. We get a real mixture of people, yeah.
You get passing trade then?
Yeah, we do. We get loads actually. We didn't realise when we got it there, how good the location was. I don't think you do you, until you start? So I'm just going through the back and I'm doing the same as what I've done on the sides. And then once I've done this bit, I'll show you my smudging technique. It's a shame you can't fast forward us really, isn't it? So that it's all done real quick.
You will be able to after.
Yeah. Are a lot of you learning to do perming? Yeah. That's the one thing that I really wish that I could do, because I can't do it. Well, I'm lying. I can do it, but it takes me about 3 hours. Yeah, I'm so slow. I can't get the hair in the rollers.
I find it very relaxing.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. And especially level 3 techniques, you've got to think about it more than the level 2.
I can do it, but I choose not to.
Yeah. We do have more and more people coming in and asking about perms. Yeah.
Oh, men now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't believe that.
It's all these Joey Essex haircuts. Yeah.
Girls would love you to do that.
I had a gent ask me if he could have extensions the other week.
Not of that, but
Did you do it?
No. It's like I draw the line at extensions. Is it feeling alright on your head, Jane? Is it? And this is probably the only time when I'm quiet in the salon when I'm doing this, because I really have to concentrate what I'm doing. We all go a bit quiet, don't we, when we're doing this?
Yeah.
Has anybody got any questions?
You can ask us anything. We don't mind. Sorry.
Salon.
Oi, you're right.
Right. Yeah, sorry. So I've gone all the way through, so I've applied my roots as my 6, and then I've gone through 100-inch or so, just the top of the ears all the way around of my 7. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to blend it a little bit through, a little bit more, and then go through like the bleach.
With the ombre, you can't blend it enough. It's hard work and it's time consuming, but it's worth it when you see the results. We've been finding we've had a lot of people coming in that have been to other places and they've not really got it, have they?
Yeah, there's loads of different ways.
I've tried backcombing it, but you can't get the bugger out when you've washed it. Excuse me swearing. But you can't. You cannot get it out, can you? I've seen it when people have done it in bubbles, where they've put bubbles all the way around the head and then they've backcombed it and... Yeah. Yeah. This seems to work though, the best way.
Yeah, because you don't need to use the sections, so you actually see where you're doing now, yeah.
It's all about freehand colouring. If you look, when you see programmes where they've had the hair done in America, hardly any of them use foils or anything like that. They paint it on, don't they? They don't actually put it into a packet. Right, I'll just spin Jane round. I'll just spin you round, Jane.
Which way, that way or that way?
Oh, whichever way it goes. Is it going to go? It's just a bit stiff. So I'm doing my back section now. So as you can see, I've got my roots on. And I'm just rubbing in my line from where I've put my base colour on. And then I'm getting my quasi colour. If you're doing it a blonde to an ombre, you probably are better off using quasis because it's more natural and it fades out. The only time I really use, the only time I use permanent colours in the salon is if someone's got a really high percentage of grey. I always generally tend to stick to quasi colours because I find they're a lot more glossy, shiny, and they go out a bit more natural. Don't you think, Amy?
A lot of times people come in, don't they? Like, where successful student with really long dark hair. And she was only, I think she was 18. I didn't know she wanted permanent colour.
You don't need a permanent colour these days.
Colour's a lot better nowadays with coverage wise and things like that.
So I talked to myself on the phone and she came in again last night. Or 2 weeks, not down and treatment for student. And I said, are you happy? She went, yeah, that's it. And I'm that's what a permanent done. And it's still really shiny and really fresh.
Because quasis grow out, don't they? But they fade out as well, don't they? So the line's a bit softer. Yeah. I think it depends where you get trained and stuff. Like where I work, the majority, like I trained at Sessions. Have you heard of that one in Beverley? Yeah, it's massive. They have like, God, I don't... How many sections do they have there?
8 on downstairs and I think we've got 7 upstairs.
No, there's more than that, isn't there? There used to be like 12 stylists when I was there anyway. And you each used to have your own junior, which was his.
Oh yeah, there is 12.
Yeah.
How many stylists have you got in your salon?
At the moment, there's myself, my business partner, which is Leann. Then we've got Fern, and we've got Amy. And then we've got Kerry, who's our assistant. She comes to Hull College, actually. She's got to qualify in a year, though, because she's older. So we've really been going through her training.
Is Leann that one?
No. She's from where I used to work. I've worked all over in Beverley. I worked at Sessions. Then I went to rent a chair.
Sessions are going to be at the Jimmy Carpenter.
He was the youngest person to win colour trophy, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
And he invented some form of diffuser. I'm not quite sure which one, but
Invented like a rotating.
yeah. And he was on a Tresemme advert, but he wanted his voice, which was quite funny.
Yeah, it was quite funny.
But that was quite a good salon to start at because the training was really good there. Really good salon. Then I rented a chair for about a year. And then me and my other friend... I enjoyed it because you were obviously earning a lot of money, but it was a lot of hard work. And when you rent a chair in salons sometimes, it can be quite competitive between stylists. Like if you're not in there booking people in with themselves, not booking people in with you, stealing clients and stuff like that. So it was good. But if you're having a quiet week, then you don't get paid. Simple as that, really.
Can I have another pair of books, please?
Then I went from there to Desired. Me and my other girl that I worked with, we got approached by a financial backer to open up a business. Have you heard of Desired? No. Which is just actually shut, which is really sad. It was in the papers and everything. Because he was a bit... 7 years it was, I think.
7 years in December.
Yeah.
Just got the 7 year anniversary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Each section of the TV.
Yeah. I'll spin you round again, Jane. Then I went from there to Rick Roberts, and I worked there for about 2 years, which is several.
Rick Roberts entered the, what was that other thing that was on television last year? Was that the British Hairdresser?
Oh yeah, we a Great British Hairdresser.
I watched that last year there.
I enjoyed my time at Rick. The only reason why I moved on is because I needed to move on for myself. But it was a really good salon for training, and like we did a lot of going to different colleges and teaching. Went to Beverley College, Darlington College.
Is he in Beverley?
Yeah, he had one in Beverley and one in Hull, but he's just got the Beverley one now. But it was a good salon for learning to do photo shoots and working alongside people and stuff. And then obviously I opened Rewind about a year and 2 months ago, I think it was now.
And is it as hard as you know?
Yeah.
Is it harder?
Nah, I love going to work. I absolutely love my job. I can't explain what it's like. I've got a little boy, and when I first went to look at the salon that I wanted, he was 6 months old, and everybody was like, do you think it's wise that you're opening a salon when you've got a child? Shouldn't you be concentrating on him? But the way I see it is that, yeah, I've got a child, but I'm providing for not just my future, but for his as well. And it works really well, to be fair. So I'd say to anybody, especially single parents, that a lot of people think you can't do anything. You can. If you've got the right support network and stuff like that, you can do what you want. And I think that counts to anybody, really. Pardon? No, but he's my boyfriend. He's a recent addition. Now I've been on my, I think Dexter was 6 months old when we first started posting it, and he's 2 now. And I work 4 days instead of 5, but I fit all my hours in so that I'm compensating for working that one less day. And I wouldn't be able to do it without Leann, really, because she works the extra, which is good.
And do you get on well?
Yeah, we get on really well. We're totally different people though. Totally different people altogether. Like a lot of people when we was opening the salon, they were like, "Oh, you work too, won't last or anything." But we get on really well.
And you both do a different element of it then?
Yeah. We do, don't we?
Yeah. Who's the organiser then?
Leann is. Yeah. I'm the creative one, she's the organiser.
The organiser in the book?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to start going on to doing my packets now of my bleach with 22 promoter. So these are the lighter pieces. So what I'm going to do is, I've gone through, and as you can see I've just sort of smudged through, and there's no definite line there, it just all kind of blends through. And I'm just going to pick up some random weaves and put those in packets of the lighter bleach. So nice chunky ones or finer ones.
Just spin you back round
Doesn't really
again,
matter,
Jane,
you just want loads of different
Sorry, girls.
terms and things in there.
I'm just going to add the bleach onto my lady's hair now. So I'm just using the same bleach that I used for the packet. So all I'm doing is I'm just freshening it up. This is the really important bit, making sure that you blend the bleach. Do you want to tell the girls where you worked, Amy, and what you've done?
I've worked in lots of salons. I also began my training at Sessions. I think I overlapped with Shelley just slightly.
I think you was a Saturday girl, weren't you? Or had you just started when I left?
I just started my training with you. So, yeah, so I overlapped by a couple of months there. And then I continued my training at another salon in Beverley, opposite the train station. I finished my training there. And then from there, I went and I worked in the salon. It was a bit for the older clients, shall we say.
So can you perm?
Yeah. Called Tangle. It was down the arcade, down there. So I worked there for 3.5 years. And then from there I worked at the latest spa for a couple of months, not long. And then I went on to, seem to follow Shelley, went on to work at Desired, and I worked there for 2.5 years until Christmas just gone when the salon closed. And then a couple of months back we started working with the guys again at Rewind. So.
Which do you prefer, like, do you have like quite a broad mix of clients then, or?
Yeah, really broad mix.
The things I like to do the most, well, I enjoy all aspects of hairdressing apart from pen. So yeah, I enjoy your creative things like your put-ups and your colours and your cuts really. So.
I think since I've started doing hairdressing though, you've got to offer all that a little bit more. Because a lot of people these days want more, and they want more for the money. Especially with all these salons that do Groupon adverts and offers and stuff.
How much would you charge for a salon?
For a full ombre, what Jane is having, it'd be 48 for the colour. And then there'd be the cut or finish on top, which is like 29 or 25, I think.
Do you promote products then, like finishing and...
I'm rubbish at selling.
But what do you promote though? What do you... Is it L'Oreal?
L'Oreal, yeah, we do L'Oreal stuff. Yeah. I'm never going to be the biggest salesperson, I don't think. Yeah.
I'm just saying, yeah.
But sometimes that's what spends you the most money.
Well, I know that's what a lot of people say to us.
And then it's keeping the client's hair in good condition if you're using the same products as you.
That's the thing that, like, our rep says to us, is that if you sell the products to people, so they're doing it at home, their style, what you're giving them, is going to last them longer and make them happier with what you're doing in the first place.
So with my packets that I'm just putting through now, so you can see I'm not doing a definite line, I'm just kind of stroking down and at different levels, all the way down to the ends. But with each packet, I'm not necessarily starting it at the same point. So some packets are going to be higher up and some packets are going to be lower down. Again, to give you those different turns and more of a softer look rather than that kind of block that you get.
When people used to first start coming in from bed, but like, God, I don't even know what I'm doing. You just have to guess it, don't you? I think you learn your own way of doing it.
There's loads of different ways of doing it.
I'm very much for watching YouTube videos. I don't know if any of you do that. Do you watch YouTube videos? Because they make everything so simple. It's really good for watching for like put-up styles and vintage. Right, I'm just going to mix some more colour. It won't be a minute. As you can see there, I keep going over the same sections and re-rubbing it. Just so that I know that it's going to be a really natural line when I take it off.
So you know if these blonde on the ends have sort of been blonde enough really, and you just wanted to clean it, would you just use the turner on the ends? Or would you still use what you
I'd probably still use what I use. Yeah, because it's only going to lift it, like you're using like the lowest peroxide, so it's not going to damage the hair, it's just cleaning it.
Yeah.
And so when you're rubbing that shell, you're actually rubbing some of your colour into it, so it's
Yeah.
that like sort of warmer look going into.
It just like,
Yeah.
each section's a bit different.
That look of tone comes up, can't you? On that look, yeah. Nice.
It'll look really nice when it's done.
Tone, yeah.
Right, I'll just go mix my colour.
Do you leave some pieces out the name of your face? You're gonna.
Yeah, so all the rest of the colour that's left in between, what I'm going to do is go through with the graphics and 8 and just smudge that through.
Yeah, you've got
So you've got the different tones.
Do you have to use gloves to do everything now then? Even doing highlight? Do you?
It's really hot. My hands are sweating.
You're not going to pass out or anything, are you? I think as well, if anybody's interested in starting up their own salon or going mobile or anything like that, we found when we left our old place that if you ask, there's so much funding and stuff that you can get these days if you actually go out and get it. Like we got funding from, I can't remember what organisation it was, and that was to help us to get the business done. No, it wasn't the Prince's Trust, it was a local one in Heading, I think it was. They just helped, they helped us plan like opening the business and things, like they went for everything and did our business plan, and every process that we did with them, we got more money, so they would just give us money for training. And they also, when we wasn't working, while we was waiting for our business to come to start, they paid us like £40 a week, I think it was. So there's loads of stuff out there. No? Yeah, it's free. We just researched everything, looked into everything and where you can get everything from, because a lot of places don't tell you about things.
Depends how much you want it, doesn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah. Right, so I think I've smudged all my colour in now, so I've got all my colour onto my client's hair, so I'm just going to keep going over it and repeating what I've been doing, which might look a little bit repetitive, but this is what makes it look really natural. So if I just spin Jane round, you can. I'm just going to face it so your back's against them. Sorry, Jane.
Okay.
Got these chairs. There you go.
I
know. So as you can see, there's no, this bit goes to there, this bit goes to there, there. Because what you got to think is as well, when your client's got layers in and stuff, it's all going to lay differently. And the good thing about doing freehand colouring is you can actually see what it's lifting to. So can you see, just using that low peroxide is already cleaning it up. So when I put a tone on it, it's going to be a really nice blonde. I'm just going to put like a Luo toner on it, PO1.
Oh, yeah.
just like a crystal toner, I think it is. But it just cleans it up a little bit more. The good thing about doing these ombres as well is if people do like crazy colours, once you've lifted it, you can turn it to whatever colour you want, really, can't you, Amy?
Yeah. Maybe colours are good. Play around.
Yeah. Clean it, is it? Clean it. What's that colour?
Play around.
Yeah. They've actually invented a permanent crazy colour.
Okay.
Yeah. That comes in like pinks, lilacs, turquoises and stuff like that.
There's some depending who was blonde and they wanted like that pastel like
Yeah.
here. Would you do the same thing?
Yeah. I've got a photo on my, I'll show you it on my iPad of the permanent quasi colour, because what we did is the girl who I own the business with, she has hair extensions, so she was due a new set and he was like, right, I've got this toner and it'll make your hair stay pink and it won't fade, and we were like, oh yeah, whatever, because I don't know if any of you's dyed your hair pink before. It just washes out, doesn't it? A couple of washes it goes. So I went through this process of doing it the same, more or less the same as this, but obviously using their products. 6 weeks later, her hair was still bright pink. Yeah, didn't come out. I don't. It's got like a sealant in it or something. Yeah. You have to get it from the stockist, I think. But we was amazed really, because you get all these reps coming in dirty trying to sell you things and stuff. Like, have a lot of you tried hair chalking?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Have any of you found it? Don't like it at all. And a lot of people are buying them off eBay, and they're actually, we had a lady, she'd bought one, and she was like, oh, I've bought hair chalk, will you do me hair with it? So my friend did her hair with it, and it wasn't actually hair chalk, it was a pastel.
What is it?
Yeah.
Like a pastel, like a lot of them are selling them as hair chalks, but it's actually pastel what you do. Like hair chalk is where you, so you like rub it onto the hair. But yeah, she'd bought this hair chalk off the internet, and it didn't come out of her hair, because it was a pastel. You alright there, Jen? I'm always going on the internet looking for new things that people are bringing out. Like, do a lot of you have Instagram? Yeah. I love Instagram for hair ideas, new products, and Pinterest. I've got into that recently.
What's that?
It's
Instagram, I don't know what that is.
it's like a photo thing. It's where everybody can make themselves good looking with a good filter, that's what it is. Yeah. It's all about the selfies and the right... Yeah. With the good filters so that everybody looks good looking. But if you go on there, you get it on your iPhone.
Oh, I got an iPhone, I don't like them. I've got a smartphone.
Well, there's like... You can get on a smartphone. But like L'Oreal, yeah. And Pinterest is the same as Instagram, but they're all like you pin groups together, so you can like search for like ombre hair colours or... I always get distracted though when I'm doing it, and I'm like, oh, shall I just look up more tattoos?
You got addicted to them now?
Yeah. I've got quite a few.
Not allowed anyway. Oh, you're the same.
There's an app called Print App, I think, as well, which is really good. And that's a special, it's like an Instagram or Pinterest for hairdressers. I'm sure it's Print App. I'll find out the proper name. And that's where you upload your own work, so all of you can upload your own photos and then it gets judged by everybody else in the hairdressing thingy. Yeah, and we've done that with the Salon stuff, and it's quite good really. It gets you a bit of recognition from your peers. And people give you tips and ideas as well.
Yeah.
Right, so I've gone through and I've put all my packets in, nice and lovely. And you can see obviously where they're all at different levels, and then where the other colour sort of fades through. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick out these pieces that haven't got packets in, so like this bit there, and I'm just going to smudge through my other bleach and just sort of, like Shelley was doing, just thought I'll smudge it through and just work it through these
You alright
colours
there, Jen?
all the way down. Okay?
Do you want a drink? Cup of tea. Can you have a cup of tea? Can I have a bit of cotton wool as well? Let's go. Are you nervous?
No.
Aren't you?
No. Not at all.
Normally Jane has a heart attack if I put anything below base 7 in her hair.
I need a change. I'm not nervous.
So I'm just going around my client's hairline and I'm tidying it up. Because obviously she doesn't look like she's been coloured in by a 4-year-old.
I think it's worthwhile.
I do.
If you watch the Anyways, I 6 every
They
single
all have
girl's
it.
got it.
Yeah, everybody has Ombre now. All different variants.
natural, isn't it?
Yeah. Does anybody got any questions for me while I'm waiting for my lady to cook? No? Pardon?
I can't believe this. What question
It's the quietest you've had, Mark. So excited.
Not pulling too much on my Jane.
I think there's one on the floor on there, Shell.
Oh, right, that's cool. All right. So I'm going to do a curly blow dry today on Jane. So just like a really messy, like, blow dry. It's my favourite blow dry. I love doing curly blow dries. I get really envious of people's hair when I do curly blow dries. That is what I'm growing my hair for, so I can have a curly blow dry. Because I think curly blow dries last longer than when you tongue or use straighteners on someone's hair, because you're actually drying the look into the hair. Can a lot of you, have you tried curly blow dries before or anything?
They've got the styling test next week, so, so you know, like what you're changing it from to, what comes out you breaking.
I used to hate doing curly blow dries when I was training because I always used to get the brush stuck in the hair. But I've passed that stage now. Yeah. I love tangle teasers, they make it so much quicker when you've got a tangle teaser. I'd have got told off there if I'd taken the one from work. Leann wouldn't have been happy.
Mine gets warmer.
Does it?
The one that's bad, it's just well not too.
So you can imagine if you'd have backcombed it as well, you'd be really struggling to brush it all out. Yeah, it's better for the hair to do it this way. You're still causing friction there because you've really got to rub the colour into the hair, but it's not as damaging as backcombing. Because I honestly tried it once backcombing and I could not push it out. Right, just spin your background, Jane, sorry. Oh. This will be a surprise for you, won't it, when you turn round and you see it? Right, I'm going to put some mousse on as well. There. So I love mousse. I love it for curly blow dries. I like it for straight blow dries because it's a really...
Turn it then at the end, or did
No,
you-
I've decided not to turn it, yeah. But I use mousse on every type of blow dry that I do. Even if you're doing a straight blow dry, it gives it that bit of hold that sometimes hair needs. And I'm using Hot Style Constructor, which is a L'Oreal product, so it's like a blow dry spray. So it's really good for, like, it's like a setting spray. But it's also good when you've blow dried someone's hair. If you tip them upside down, spray it on the roots, blast it with a hairdryer, it gives it like natural lift. Right. So I'm going to waft it off now until it's about 45% dry. You'll start to see the colour more as it's drying. It looks really nice, Jim. Right, so I'll just spin it back round so you can see what I'm doing. Right, so as you can see, as the hair's drying, it's really natural. There's no line. But you'll be able to see it more as I'm drying it off. This will be where I'll have to make sure I don't fall off the edge. So I'm spraying my section again with my Hot Style spray. And I've got a medium-sized round brush. I'll do it on low heat to show you first. What I do is I always dry the root first. Still taking my brush through to the end so that it doesn't get knotty and it actually comes to curling it. Try not to fall off this section as I'm doing it. So now I've got my section, which I've divided it into two, and I'm going to start putting the curl into it. All I'm doing is I'm just repeatedly going round, so I'm blow drying that wave into it. Can you all see that? So it's really soft. So can you see it's just really soft?
Does it fall out easy?
No. Depends on the type of hair. If someone's got naturally curly hair, then it looks ace and it'll last for ages. But like Jane's got quite fine straight hair, so it'll drop out a little bit. But it'll be more boho. If you keep your brush on when you blow drying then and take it through to the end, I always find it's a lot easier when it comes to curling it. So if you just dry it through and take your brush out, you're going to struggle. someone's had it done, they want it doing again. And I always offer it to my clients because I enjoy doing it. I don't like doing straight blow dries. I find them really boring. Pulling too much on my chain. Jane's hair does need a cut. That's why it's a little bit tangly on the end. We was just trying to work out how long it had been since we had it cut, weren't we? Ages. So can you see the blend as I'm drying it? I'll just spin you around this way after the back bit, sorry. The smaller your brush you use as well, the tighter the curl is. So if you're wanting more of a tighter wave, just use a smaller brush. And obviously the bigger the brush, the looser the wave. So as you can see, it's a really natural blow dry. It's a good alternative to doing it straight or to curling it with your straighteners. Right, I'll just do this side. Still spraying my sections as I go. If you get a bit as well that doesn't seem to be curling as much, just keep spraying it and blow drying it. Even when it's dry, you can still put the style spray on it. You'll see when I get to the front as well why I put the lighter packets in round the front. It's Rewind Hair Lounge. Spin the background, sorry Jen. So can you see that the lighter bits around the front just make it a lot lighter around the front as well, just softens it a little bit more. I forgot to mention before, one of my highlights of my hairdressing career so far was doing photo shoot for Male Hairdresser of the Year. And I got to choose my own brief of what I wanted to do. So I chose all my men to be half naked. So they all had the six packs out. And I got a girl that I know to draw tattoos onto them as well. So it was really edgy. And it was a really good day. If you go on our Facebook list, we've got different photos.
I don't think it allows, but we can't get Facebook.
Can't you?
Locked us, has it? Because of all the bullying that goes on in schools.
You can go, can it go on Instagram? Can you type up Rewound Hair Instagram? Because that's our...
Yeah, it's blocked.
Rewound Hair Instagram.
Yeah.
It might let us go on for certain things, you know, for the hairdressing, but...
What is it? Is it?
The Facebook page is there, look. I'll try it.
Yeah.
Or not?
Just thinking about it.
You might need to log in, I think, to look at it. Yeah. If you go to the... you log into it and then go to the photo albums. Pardon?
Have you got Facebook?
Yeah.
Then you log in.
And then just search.
I can pass my iPad around. That's got our Instagram on it.
Yeah, pop back, that's a good idea.
It's a bit dirty. Right. So this is our Instagram if you want to pass it around and stuff. It's got all our photos on. Most of the photos that go on Facebook eventually end up on there. Oh, there, that's extensions.
It's come on.
Oh. My bum's too big for the stage. I'm just,
Like what you've done today?
yeah, that's different. That's with like a 6.
It's more like what I've done today.
Yeah. There's the pink one on there as well, I think. You can see like the permanent crazy colours. Are you enjoying this, Jane? No, it looks really nice. Pardon? No. They're like the size of a grain of rice when I do them. They're like really small. Some of my clients have had their extension in for up to 6 to 8 months. I always say hair extensions are like getting false nails, so it depends how long you could go without an inflow. Like some people can go 3 weeks, some people go 2, some people go 4. It's the same with hair extensions. If you're not bothered by your bonds going out, then keep them in. Talk through what you're going to do, because then I'll be finished with your hair dryer.
And then I'm going to use the straighteners and I'm going to go through and create a curl, and then we're going to kind of comb it all out to create that kind of wavy type look. So just going to wait a second for hair dryer. And then where is that? Oh yeah, found one.
Sorry Amy, I just nicked yours because I knew it was powerful.
I don't need a hair dryer. Just left.
Have any of you got any more questions you want to ask us while we're trying? No. Pardon? No. We maybe should, but we don't. You can pair them with like Velcro rollers now and all sorts though. broken it. Mine's still working.
Oh no.
Oh, did you just pull it out?
It'll be the, it's art.
I'm nearly finished, Amy. You want to talk them through like learning your DHD curls, what the... Your blood dry about lady. It's alright, love. So as you can see, my blow dry, it's really soft and natural. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and just put a few waves through it now just to make it a bit more bouncy. You can all have a closer look once I've finished. You can see now it's finished, right? It's really important to really rub it in because it just gives it that really natural. And you can see the lighter bits around the front just lighten up around the face. If you're going to do an ombre and you're going to do it like with 3 different, I would always say if you're doing like want a really natural one, do it like a 3 colour blend. So choose your root colour, which is whether you're going for like a 7 or a 4. Then your next colour should be like, if you're going for 4 or 5, you should never like skip too many levels. It's really hard to curling someone's hair without a mirror in front of me. No, I don't want Jen to see it until I'm finished. If she starts crying, then it's too dark. You're not cried yet, though, have you, Jen?
No.
I've only ever had one client recently cry on me, and that's because she made me cut her hair off. I literally I still don't know if you'll have like clients that come in and they want the bob, and they want it so that it's inverted, and they still want the length at the front. They don't understand that you've got to go short at the back, do you? So she was like, oh, just do it. And I literally took like a snip at the back section and she started crying.
What did you do then?
I just laughed. I still do her hair now. I was like, you made me do it. She's like, I know. So I'm just going to go back through and just spray a bit of constructor. Have a lot of you used like beach spray and stuff like that and salt spray? That's a really good finishing thing. That just gives it a natural tussledness. Is that serum?
Yeah, it's quite thick, so you don't need much. I use the easy.
Yes.
So I screwed it.
Yeah, good idea.
So we're going to go through now and we're going to put some towels through to help it with this wave we're going to do.
Right. I'll spin you around the other way, Jane, because otherwise you're going to clash legs.
Which way?
This way.
Oh, still not let me see my hair.
Why is this chair not moving? Oh.
Bye.
Yeah. So as you can see, it goes from dark to mid to light, but it's really natural. I'll just get it to spin round. Does this chair move? And as you can see, you've got the darker roots and then you've got the ombre ends as well. So you want to all come and have a look at it or anything? Don't be afraid to touch it. Obviously I've gone for like more of a messy blur dry because Jane doesn't like hair straight off that. Yeah? Do you like it, Jane?
I do, yeah. It's not anything like I thought it was going to be darker, so yeah, it's
It
lovely.
matches your skin tone and everything,
Love
isn't
it.
it?
Yeah.
It's
Really
warmer,
nice.
isn't it?
A lot warmer. It's just perfect. Well done.
Have any of you got any questions or anything? Or? No. No.
Very quiet.
Well, you're done, Jane. You can go if you want.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. No, it's nice to just sit
No.
down and relax. I'm so busy, so it's nice to just go. Thank you.
Oh, thanks for coming in anyway.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
My
Oh, do you want me to show you the back?
Patricia.
Oh, oh yeah.
No, I can see it.
I'll give you the mirror and then you can.